basic question in my work is it possible and how to transform reality and urban sites into a kind of artificial space like a contemporary gallery space. So what we see here is triptychon based on 3 blueprints, which the title is Happy Valley, and I tried to reduce it to the main abstract form of what the connotation of the title is. So you see 2 big rocks on the left and on the right side. It has a kind of road in the middle, and it reminds people, or should remind people, of tattoos which are on the skin. It's just based on paper, it's a blueprint, and shows in a reversal way the emptiness of emblematic pictures. Even here in Los Angeles, all these billboards which promise something, which desire something, and always are filled with messages. What it is, in many cases for me, a kind of emptiness which just attracts people visually, but if you look behind this curtain of visuality, it's just empty and ornamented. For me, it's quite similar, complex form which implodes in itself. So you have the big emptiness, it's just there in the room, and transformed, overstyled pictures, overcomposed pictures into a banal form of abstraction, which the main thing is that it is just there but without any message. Similar to that, there's a second aspect of my work about messages of pictures and the promises what they give. Are these 6 glass cubes which I designed here for this space. The title of this work is now Blind Systems, Bought Installing Grapefruits, Things Replacing. The main question about that is, how can I transform or can still get in touch with things generally if I put them out from the street, from the shop, into this artificial space of a gallery without touching their reality? I think most of the things and the doings what we do in the street are nearly totally invisible. The transfer starts with an abstract form of doing, like buying it or stealing it. Sometimes legal, sometimes illegal. Both parts of doings are for me quite equal in a big urban site. So 3 of these glass cubes are totally closed and 3 of them are open. So every time it jumps from one space to another one, where I can just put it out here in the gallery space, in the real space, so the activity is quite present. While in difference to these closed ones, which remind to a classical art piece, the whole activity was in the past. You can't grab in, the thing is located as it is, like an art piece in the museum or a classical piece in the gallery. And for sure someone has taken here something outside, so someone has bought it, someone has stolen it. But in this case you have a quite absurd situation. The 2 things are still there, but the transfer is made legally, illegally, invisible. This one's back now into a closed glass cube that just went back into the past. You can't grab in, it's a closed system. Is it bought, is it stolen? One is still remains. This one is closed, so the whole activity is not possible here. It's like 2 systems which are blind. I call them blind, bought and stolen. This one is present, this one is past. The bought one and the stolen one are invisible. They are somewhere, they got eaten, or they get stolen, or they get bought. On the reception desk I've made the 6 stadium about this model of transfer of things, where you can grab in it, you can buy it, or you can steal it. That's the second aspect of the show. The third one are my pictures, which start when I'm on my way, when I'm traveling, when I'm driving my bicycle or just walking around the street. And I call these mental maps, like a diary, like a sketchbook. I paint them in the hotel room or in the kitchen, somewhere else. And I just remind a crossroad or a street or something like that in his absurd way, or sometimes in his Kafkaesque way, which is not anymore true, or for me it seems that it is not true anymore. It's just fake logic and orientation. So my maps remind to the facts of logic, but if you look closer, it just implodes or explodes. It is what it is. I try to use every hour of the whole day of experience to keep my work open for every stadium of emotion. Every piece of these mental maps should be then reminding into another place, other towns, other cities, and they look, every single one, totally different. In this show, I wanted to show 3 aspects of my work. They come closer to one point: how to move, how to travel, how to transform or translate reality into art.